It is our third day in Jaipur today, and the Pink City has our heart. Jaipur is such a mix. At one moment, you can be in the urban chaos, and in the next, completely alone in the silence. We started early at the Nahargarh fort on top of a hill, taking in the views of this beautiful city of Jaipur. We realized that the Rajputs were not just great warriors but great architects too. The Jal Mahal is a living example of the vision of the Rajput kings, not just to build a palace in the lake but also to build the lake itself. And calling it home are hundreds of migratory birds. And speaking of birds, let's go meet our national bird. The Rambagh Palace is Jaipur's most opulent palace hotel, once the home of the royal family. Today, this is India's most luxurious hotel. But we were here to meet the Peacocks. Now, I must admit, before coming here, Ritika told me that there would be some peacocks, and that is why we booked a high tea for ourselves here. But I have never seen hundreds of peacocks dancing and flying in the Mughal gardens of the palace. Their ancestors too have roamed the palace grounds since centuries and still continue to live here. The Rambagh Palace has hosted Lord Mountbatten, Prince Charles, and just a day before we were here, Sachin Tendulkar, and hopefully us someday too. For now, we were at the Verandah Cafe for a lovely high tea.
So this one is our, the Victorian Splendor high tea. That's an English one.
Okay.
And this is traditional Maharaja high tea.
Wow.
Indian one. There's something very special.
We were looked after like royalty, and so were the peacocks at Rambagh. Also, that is why they have no reason to fear humans yet, and keep coming to you as long as you keep feeding them, almost like dogs following you around. I think they're going in their social media too. You can sit at the sophisticated polo bar learning of Maharani Gayatri Devi, the prettiest royalty I have ever seen, or take a horse carriage on a ride through the acres of palace gardens just like Maharani Gayatri Devi would have. The Rambagh Palace is the stuff dreams are made of. Royal Rajput dreams. We spent hours walking around the gardens and peacocks, taking it all in. I don't know whether it was the hundreds of peacocks or the stories of this palace that we just didn't want to leave. Until, of course, it was finally time to leave, but not before we made a promise to ourselves to come back here soon and stay in this palace for more than just an evening. Overlooking the gardens, the Tapri Cafe is a little more realistic way, a cozy rooftop where we ended a beautiful day. But the night was still young, and so we headed a completely different way. When in Jaipur, make sure to step out one night and just go walking in the city, because then you come across such beautiful pieces that I don't think we would have ever found this out if we were not just walking around it. So whenever you are in Jaipur, just go around, take a stroll at night and see the city. The city changes at night. It's a completely different vibe, and you find such gems. We never knew about the Albert Hall Museum, but we were staying so close to it that we just decided to walk towards the lights. And wow, this is like an 18th century piece, built originally as a concert hall, and today it is a museum that has a lot of historic artifacts from all across the Rajput, the Mewar, the royal dynasties of Rajasthan. There are like 17, 18 galleries, and you can go browsing through it, or you can just simply take a walk all across the museum gardens, and I think that is what we're going to be doing tonight. I think this was like one of our closing nights in Jaipur. And there was no better way to do it than just walking around the city. Like the perfect winter evening. I am in love with Rajasthan, bro. All over again. Are you?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Say it loudly. Say
I am in love with Rajasthan. Again.
You know, guys.
Maybe I want to see more. Like now I feel I don't want to go back.
Okay. If you've come so far in this series, then let me tell you today that the point of getting Ritika to Rajasthan or doing Rajasthan a road trip this time was to show my lovely wife what my hometowns look like and how crazy Rajasthan is as a holiday destination. Yeah?
I think particularly Jaipur is what I think makes Rajasthan probably the best. I mean, we saw
Yeah.
other places too, but I think Jaipur by far was the best in Rajasthan also.
True.
Yeah.
Our late dinner spot for tonight, the Sushi Company, in a nursery with fairy lights and a garden. It was only us there, just how we love it. Assorted sushi options, maki and urumaki rolls. I think we over-ordered. There were just so many options there. Of course, we had to pick a souvenir to always remember this day. Piante by Preeti Rawat, elegant plant decor to take away. So in a small sushi kitchen, we eat our hearts away, and our third day in Jaipur finally ends today.